Hello, everybody. Welcome to Echo Underground. I'm Shanique.
This is Mike.
And on this podcast, we talk about music, movies, TV shows, and any other interesting topics. Today's episode is going to be about the new album by the rap group called, Culture 2? And the group is Migos. So, I'm going to go first on my grading, because I think I already know Michael's, but I'm going to go first. Mine is a solid D. I will never give an album an F if I can at least find one song I like. I'm really that person. Like, an F is like, I don't like none of your shit. I've never had an album where I just did not like anything. And with this album, here's my issues with it. It's very repetitive. A lot of the verses were forgettable, you know. Luckily, for at least my top three, I like the songs as a whole for the most part. So I was like, all right, you get a D. Close to a D minus. Because I was like, man, if I don't get a top three and I only have one, you gotta get a D minus. There's no other. I don't think there's such thing as an F minus. That's lower. That's negative. That's negative. That's negative 0.
You just dropped out at that point.
Yeah, so most you can get is an F. Verses were kind of forgettable. The features were okay. Like, I was disappointed in some of the features on the album. But I'll get to that when we get to the songs where there are features on there. And I also had difficulty telling the difference between Takeoff and Offset. And I just learned Takeoff's name, like, recently, though. I could not tell who was who. And I think it's because I've never, like, seen them rap in person. I only heard their song on the radio. I know who Quavo is because I actually seen him, like, in other things. But I've never seen Offset and Takeoff. Like, Migos as a group rap. Because then I'll be able to tell who it is. But that's my thing. Now, Michael, what did you think of this album? What's your grade?
Okay. Let me preface this because Shanique was a little light on this album, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just be straight up. I'm giving this album an F. Now, to be honest, my top 3 is probably a top 2 right now. And fuck it. I'm not even going to, justify putting my second one on there. I only have one song now. Because I was really just trying to reach to try and find something to like. But I just did not like anything. I know, don't get me wrong. I'm on the outside looking in because right now it's a matter of my taste. Like, I can find, like, a new genre of music altogether and find, like, a song I like. This is, hip-hop is my go-to kind of thing. But this right here is just not my hip-hop. This is just not for me. I love the drink, just not the flavor. And right now, nothing on Migos' album, Culture 2, did me any favors. The most it probably did was get catchy here and there. And to be honest, I know Shanique hated it for this reason. I mean, didn't like it for this reason, but I liked it for this one reason here. But I like the features. I thought the features were better than Migos themselves. All the songs where features were involved, I feel like they did better than Migos. I
didn't say I didn't like the features. I said some features disappointed me.
Okay, all right,
I wanted them to be better.
Okay, all right, my bad. But, either way, that's just where I'm coming from, for real. Like, all the songs and all the features that existed on this album were better than Migos. But like I said, just to preface this, this is just a song that's outside of my taste. Not some shit I'll ever go looking for again. It's a solid F for me, bro. It's us that's down there with Kodak now. Sorry.
Leave Kodak alone. He going to jail. But
I ain't sending him to jail.
Leave him alone. Anyway,
we'll go to jail and get an F on his album. But it's an opinion. Don't worry, guys.
Since he only has one, I'm gonna do my number 3 and my number 2.
Yep, sure.
So my number 3 is Narcos. Now, even though it had like this weird it had this weird line where it said, "This is real rap, no mumble." That's kind of a weird thing to put when you mumbled most through this album.
Right.
But it did have one of the most unique beats because a lot of beats sound the same. And I was like, but I remember this beat on this record. And it actually felt like a complete song. It was catchy. But again, the only thing I didn't particularly like is I couldn't tell the difference between the 3 of them on that record. They actually sounded the same for me. But I enjoyed the song as a whole, so it became my number 3. My number 2 is Autopilot. Autopilot. I don't know why I said audio in, but Autopilot. I love the beat. Low key, the lyrics were whack, but the flow was really good on it. Like, I liked how it was delivered, but not necessarily what they were saying. And it was catchy. What do you think of Autopilot and Narcos?
Both of them I hated. and as I did for the majority of the album, and probably for similar reasons. Like one thing about this album, like all the choruses are just one word or phrase said about 40 times, and it's not. It doesn't hit me as catchy. Like a lot of times when that happens on other podcasts, I've gone through and said, you know what, this chorus here is really repetitive. And for this album, it did the opposite. It's like not only is it repetitive, but it's like the kind of shit you just want to shut the fuck off. Because I don't think Shanique, I don't think we got into this, but I couldn't get through this album in one sitting. Shanique probably could have, but I slowed her down. But like, I fell the fuck out. I was like, this is bad. This was
He fell
work.
asleep. He really did.
This was work for me, guys. Like I hurt. Listen, Narcos or Autopilot did not save this album for me, and literally the one, nothing really did save this album for me. But the one saving grace, I will say, the blah, 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 features were alright, but none of these songs right here had them in it, so that's fine.
When we get to the features, I think I'm gonna prove you wrong on one of them.
Well, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Probably was one of them I didn't like anyway. I don't doubt it.
Okay, so I guess my number one.
Motorsport.
Yeah. That is my number one. Motorsport's my number one only because honestly, the girls on the track, the female rappers on the track, saved the record. Yeah. Because without them, this song is garbage.
Tell you what, I'll put it my number two actually. Yeah.
Cardi B did good. Like, her flow was better than her boyfriend's on this record. Mm-hmm. And, she had some really good punchlines. Nicki did the best on the record. And normally, I'm like, Nicki. But she actually came through. She started off a little, I was like, you about to get checked off. But then she really turned it around, and I loved her verse. I would put Nicki, then Cardi, and then the rest of them. And then the chorus is low-key catchy. But other than that, yeah. Motorsport, to me, is my number one, and I see why they released it as a single. And let me guess your number. Oh, man. You hated it a lot of it. But since you said features, I'm going to go...
It doesn't have a feature in it, actually.
Alright, I don't think it's anything in the second half.
I'll give you another hint. It's not in the second half.
I kind of figured that part. Higher We Go?
Yes, actually, it's Higher We Go. Wow, that's a good job. Yeah, Higher We Go is like the only thing I found like catchy. And like, for the intro, I can't believe they did one thing right here. But they I didn't want to say it earlier because I didn't want to give it away, but Shanique got it anyways. But like, they actually started off the album good. And I was like, oh, Shanique told me to keep an open mind coming into this Migos album because I had no faith. And then when I heard Higher We Go, I was like, yes, maybe I was wrong. Michael can shut the fuck up because he should have gave it a chance. And then Higher We Go played, and I was like, okay, good start. I feel like, I'll be happy being wrong for, about my perceptions about this album. And then the album continued. But as far as Higher We Go, went, it's a good kind of catchy. Nothing was crazy repetitive that I couldn't tolerate. The beat was pretty good too. It wasn't like overly auto-tuned, because I know Quavo, for the majority of the songs on the album, he had auto-tune on.
That's his thing, yeah.
I know it's his thing, but like, it wasn't like so far up my ass that was like, pause, anyways. It wasn't like, so blatantly obvious that I couldn't like tolerate it. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I guess I'm kind of jamming with this song because my head started moving. I'm not going to argue if my body wants to start, going with the beat. But yeah, that's my number one right there, actually.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, Higher We Go, the chorus was the best part for me.
Mm-hmm, I agree.
And the beat was really good, but I thought the verses were forgettable. And other than that, I do agree that it was a good intro. Like, Higher We Go, we do it for the culture. And I actually, I agree. I think it's one of the better songs on the album. So let's get into the rest of them. Superstars. I couldn't tell who was rapping besides Quavo. Again, I had the biggest issue telling the difference between Takeoff and Offset. I was like, I think maybe Offset's the deeper voice guy. I don't know. I really don't know who's rapping versus who. It had a very similar beat to Higher We Go, so it was blending a little bit too much. And it was kind of repetitive. Superstars was very repetitive, and not in a good way. Like, sometimes you can have repetitiveness, but it's delivered in a way where it doesn't annoy you, and this was not one of those cases. What do you think of Superstars?
You see, because this was the first song I didn't like, I was trying to like draw parallels to other songs at least. Maybe I didn't like, but they were catchy, like, their biggest ones. Bad and Bougie and T-shirt or whatever. And I was like, all right, maybe like there'll be some kind of element of that song inside of these, and like it never ended up happening. And this is where I started getting some fear in my heart. I was like, oh man, it's gonna start being a pattern.
Fear in your heart?
Yeah, because I really wanted to like the album. I really wanted to be wrong, and it's like it just never ended up happening. I was like, yo, I could end up liking this. And Superstar did not do me any favors whatsoever. And unfortunately, this is where the pattern starts. Like, unfortunately, the first song of the album is the best. And if you listen to this podcast, I said several times, if I like your first song on your album the best, that means everything else is literally like a battle to like get through, because it got worse and it did. So
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, which I can't believe Michael said he liked this feature, but in BBO, Bad Bitches Only featuring 21 Savage. You said featured.
You're right. You're right. No, not this one. No.
Retract. I was like, yo, yeah. I gave you the ill side. I was like, all the features.
Yeah, you're right. Not
21 Savage. I'm a low key. He's an artist that I think we probably never do on this podcast, because both me and you really can't stand him.
Yep.
And let's just request it. If you request it, you guys, then sure, we'll do a 21 Savage album. But it will never be my first choice or Michael's first choice.
Never, not mine. No, sir.
But yeah, the song, I don't know, had lyrics about like sharing women. I don't know why hip hop niggas these days always talking about passing their bitches to their homies and passing their women to them. I don't get that. Maybe it's a guy thing. I don't understand.
No, the girl's involved, so it's clearly a girl thing too if it's a guy thing, alright?
Look, women do not let yourself get passed around. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, clearly it's her thing, alright? Listen, I'm not going to judge anybody for the choices, but...
Hey, I'm just saying, like, why would you want to share? But, that's
not for me. That's for them. You better ask them that question.
I guess. Even though Kim Michelle did mention that, too, a lot.
That's right, yeah. Not just a guy thing. There you go.
Alright.
Trying to put us in the category.
They wasted a good beat.
I agree.
I was like, yo, this is a really good beat, but it's wasted on you guys. 21 was just talking. Like, I was just like, you did not do anything for this song.
Mm-hmm.
And the last verse was straight trash. I don't know who did the last verse, but it stuck out to me. Like, most of the verses were forgettable, but I remember this verse because it was so bad. I can't remember which one did it. But I hope it was 21 and not anyone from Migos, but I wouldn't be surprised. It was just trash. That was, I don't particularly like this.
No saving this, yeah.
What do you think of Bad Bitches?
I mean, no, my opinion is yours exactly. Like, 21, I didn't know, he blended in pretty well with all Migos, to be honest. I was like, where did he come in again? Because I saw his name on the title card, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Not the title card, but, the song name.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I guess, he sound like the rest of these motherfuckers, so fuck it.
All right, next one. Walk It, Talk It, featuring Drake.
Oh, God.
Drake disappointed me on this.
I was okay with Drake's part on this, actually.
Let's put it this way. Drake was good enough for this song. But if you were like a Drake fan and you listened to his work out of this song, he can do better. But maybe he was just not trying to, like, overshadow them. I mean,
I don't mean to interject here, but even in my opinion, he already overshadowed them. Less quality or not, I'd rather listen to Drake out of the song than Migos' part.
He blended too much.
Because the Walk It, Talk It part, like, it came on a lot. Like,
walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. That was basically
over and over again. This happens several times. We're going to bring this up several times. Because in the album, a lot of the song names are the first thing that come out of their mouths when they get the song started. Sorry. I was like, I had a burp stuck in there or something. I don't know. Like, a lot of the song names are like how the song actually starts. And like, they just do that like 30 times and call it the chorus. And I'm like, okay, yep, that's what we're working with. That's what hip hop has devolved into now. But whatever. This is just some random guy's opinion.
Yeah, yeah. I thought Drake was kind of disappointing. He blended too much, and I was just like, all right, I guess it was an okay verse. Most of the verses for me were forgettable. The chorus was the only thing that stuck in my mind, but I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Way, right? It's annoying.
But yeah, next one. Oh. We basically got your opinion.
Yeah.
Emoji a Chain. I don't understand what the song title means. That's my first thing.
Yeah.
It's catchy a little bit, but it is forgettable. Like, I could forget about the song the next thing. The verses were trash though. The chorus is the only part that I actually remembered. But again, I don't know. I don't know what the song's about, what it's talking about. This was like, it sounded like a song that was like, hey, what's big right now?
Emojis.
What do we have? Chains. Hey, emoji of chain. That's basically what it sounds like. I don't understand like what happened with this. Honestly, this album's 23 songs. And I would cut emoji of chain out. If like just to keep an album this long, I would cut emoji of chain because I don't even think people like it on the radio. No. To be honest. It's like I can see Walk It Talk It working on the radio, like the first few songs, but I can't see emoji of chain working. It is that bad. What do you think of emoji?
I don't. The hell no. I do not see Walk and Talk It working on the radio.
But only for the chorus and Drake. That's why I say
maybe, and that's a big maybe. But like as far as this one goes, if I don't think Walk and Talk is gonna make it, I sure the fuck don't think this one's gonna make it because it just didn't do anything for me. I already forgot what the damn song sounds like, and like I said, I gotta keep prefacing this, guys. This is just something that's out of my taste. Like this is just something I figured I'd give it a chance, and like it just didn't work out for me. And I love hip hop, but this is just, I don't know, man.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. Like I want to come in here liking this and like best I can do is tell you how I feel. But yeah, this song it's not for me, dog. I do the whole Randy from American Idol. It's not for me, dog. That's a no for me, dog.
Next one, CC featuring Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane was horrible on this track.
Nah, Gucci Mane's another one I didn't like.
It was too much damn autotune. First off, on this track, Gucci Mane was more forgettable than Migos. And normally, when Gucci Mane is on a track, I usually remember him because I actually think he delivers pretty well. He's kind of in the same lane as Juicy J. Like maybe I don't like his solo songs, but if he's featured on a record, I like him. Not on this. His verse was just whack. I don't know whether the beat, whether the actual lyrics, I don't know. It just everything was wrong with Gucci Mane verse. He shouldn't have been on the song. But as for CC as a song, it made my head hurt. It was too much auto-tune. I couldn't deal with it. What about you? What do you think of CC?
I think this is where I started getting sleepy. I remember this. I remember the first run through we did. I was like, yo, this is like when my eyes started like just going on to auto squint. I'm barely like making sense of the song anymore. Little did I know the song didn't make sense in the first place. But like
I actually don't even know what the song's about.
I couldn't put two and two together for the song. I already forgot it. It's album fodder on an album full of album fodder. So yeah, CC, it's no for me, dog.
Yeah, I would remove this too. Shutting this album up. Next one, Stir Fry. Stir Fry is a single that they have now. One of the better beats on the album. The chorus is decent, but Quavo did a singing on this record and it annoyed the hell out of me. It sounded so bad. But the hook was really catchy. And other than that, that's really all I can say. I like the hook or chorus. But I didn't like anything else, really. I'm not a big fan of Stir Fry.
I'm glad you had more to say about it than I do, because I'm like, I don't like this one either. I'm so glad Shanique is here for this podcast, because like me, I'm just like, I forgot literally maybe 80% of this album, and I just listened to the last half like a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this song, nothing redeemable for me. It's not for me, dog.
Alright, next one, Too Much Jewelry. Honestly, the only thing I wrote down for this is forgettable. I just do not. If I had to pick like the song I hated the most, number one right here. Too Much Jewelry is just no. I can't even. Yeah, just no.
I can't even narrow down mine for real. Like this one for me is also just a no. Like, I remember the song, but I also remember particularly not giving a shit. Like I was like, all right, next, yo, because I'm really holding out that the song that some momentum will come back for this album, and I'm like, yo, we're approaching the halfway point, or if not, we're already at the halfway point, and like nothing has come back for me yet. This definitely not the halfway point.
This is when we stopped and like came back today and listened to the rest. So, White Sand featuring Travis Scott, Ty Dolla $ign, and Big Sean.
Mm-hmm.
I was disappointed in Big Sean's verse. It was way too short, and then it was garbage. And then But I was surprised by Ty Dolla $ign. His verse was like towards the end after Big Sean, and it actually sounded good on this record. I was like, man, you should have kept that verse for yourself. And then Travis Scott was on here, but I don't know where he came in. All right, yeah. So yeah, what do you think of White Sands?
White Sands, also not much here for me to say about it. But like, I'm already in a groove here, and at this point, I'm already like, just assuming the worst. Like, oh god, the rest of the album's gonna sound like this, or like, the last 7 songs.
I thought you liked the song, like the features. What did you think? Okay, because me, I like Big Sean.
You're right. I did like Big Sean's part, but I'm talking about like, as far as Migos go, already forgettable for them.
Yeah, they were kind of forgettable on their own track.
But yeah, like all three of them actually, like, except for maybe Travis's part.
Because I don't know where it is.
Right, and that's a big question mark there, so I can't really comment on it. But the two that I did catch, like Ty and Big Sean, they're fine for me. Like, they're actually good for me. Like, this is like the one redeeming factor for the song, and I was okay with that. And this is where I started to realize maybe because of Drake and this song right here, and the hope that I had for Gucci Mane or Mane, whatever you want to call them. Maybe like those were the only things that I was gonna like on the album. Like, all right, in terms of the feature, maybe something positive is gonna come out of it. That's like my last shining hope for this album, unless like Migos came through with something else. But we'll get to that though.
All right, next one, Crown the Kings. I don't like the beat on this song. Yeah. I don't. It was annoying. I guess it was supposed to be catchy, and also I don't remember anyone else but Quavo, and then maybe someone else at the very end. But most of the song was Quavo. And that's not a good thing, because I did not like it. When most of the song is him, I really don't like the song a lot, because he uses too much auto-tune. It makes my head hurt a little bit. What do you think?
Repetitive, just dragged on for me at this point. Quavo, I don't think is the kind of... I feel like of all the people in Migos, Quavo's the one guy you don't want to, have as your ringer for any kind of song on this album.
He's good on choruses, I feel like.
I mean, that's usually what happens in this album, actually. Usually he's on the chorus. We usually like take off an Offset that they'll take over. And because I'll admit, there are moments where I do like take off an Offset's their flow. Like, one of them has like a deeper kind of flow, and where like his style is pretty like consistent. There's like barely any pauses in his flow. He's like goes in like one breath. But like content wise, lyric wise, and like how it works with the beat, and how it sounds all together. None of it ever ended up adding up. Like, it's like having one good ingredient in a recipe full of garbage. Like, I'm gonna add fresh fruits and then mud and all this other crap in it. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. I feel like it probably could work out well for him. Like Quavo, I don't know. At least for this song, Quavo, I feel like shouldn't have been the ringer for it. Like, the main attraction for this song.
Yeah. All right, next one, Flooded. My...
Oh, boy, no.
Can I go? All right. So, one, the lyrics were kind of garbage. Some of them were questionable. There was something about a facial. I feel like you said, put my dick in someone's mouth. Give him a facial. And I was like, ew. And then the chorus was dumb as shit.
Annoying as hell.
Flooded. And then it started like that, right? But the beat was good, but it was just wasted on this song. That's how I feel about it. What do you think of Flooded?
The chorus was annoying as hell. The lyrics were a little bit sus. Like, I feel like if I go through it again, I'll probably find some more. Because I know there's one that got on my nerves. Pull up on niggas like Huggies. And I was like, that's like...
That was part of the chorus. That's why I said it was dumb.
I don't even know how to describe how I feel about that line. Like, whose idea... Was there, like, no editor to stop?
It's true. It's just like a, what it is?
Stop defending these niggas, please.
No, it is a true thing. Huggies do pull up. But here's the thing. It sounded like something that a little kid would say. Not a grown man. That's right. The thing about it.
Huggies is the reference you wanted to make. There are plenty of things that pull up that you went for a Huggies, like Pampers. Like, that's the least intimidating thing to a nigga that you about to pull up on. Like, nigga, I'm about to pull up on you like Huggies. Like, tell me how you sound saying that, please. Anyway, song's garbage.
Beast is the next one.
Another garbage one.
Too much auto-tune, and it was repetitive on top of that. So no to this song. Just absolutely not. Cut this song out. No.
Yeah. I have nothing to say about this. I really feel like, don't get me wrong, at least the such lyrics are out of the way, but Beast, there's nothing here for me.
Alright, open it up. Here's the thing. I don't know what it is. So I don't know what's opening, and I don't understand what the song's
I
about.
thought it was like a pop the trunk type of thing, but I was like, it never really specified anything, so I couldn't really tell.
There was a lot of sounds going on. They kept making bird noises all through the fucking song.
Yeah, it's like a Birdman type song, right?
Maybe that's their thing. Because I haven't listened to a lot of Migos except for this album. And, you know, obviously their hits. Maybe that's their thing. I don't know. But that was all through the fucking song. I was like, that's dumb. What do you think of Open It Up?
Here's what I think.
What the hell is that?
That's what I think.
Okay, fine then. Moving Too Fast. You not know what the song's about again. And the lyrics are very forgettable. Maybe that's why I didn't know what the song's about. Because the lyrics are like low-key trash. What do you think of Moving Too Fast?
Here's my opinion. Finally takes a slight turn. I would actually say this song is tolerable. I'd actually go back through the song and listen again, but it didn't like have any particular thing in it that like shined out or anything like that. But like, it wasn't horrible to me like everything else was, because it deviated away from a typical nigger lyrics by like trapping and other than sharing bitches like they did in the early parts. But like, no one quality stood out. So it ended up just being mediocre, but just not as shitty as everything else I've been talking about so far. This actually might be a song I return to in the future, just to like see how I actually feel. But like this song right now did nothing to like set itself apart to say that maybe this album doesn't deserve an F, maybe a D minus. So at least your parents don't whoop your ass too bad, But yeah, right now it's a big old question mark on this one. 'Cause I actually don't hate it.
All right, Work Hard, which here's the thing. I like the message of the song.
It's a positive song, right?
Yeah, I like that he's talking about, I worked hard. Now I can get my mom this thing. I put in the work. Now I have success. Started from the bottom. Now we here, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But there's too much auto-tune on it. And I just don't like, I guess, the combination of everything. Like, I like the message.
Delivery and execution did not work for me.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, too. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. You can say how much you work hard and all that. But don't go putting out the whole you didn't graduate thing. Like, you kind of banked on that line a lot for this song. I'm like, don't let niggas listen to this. Don't let niggas listen to this song and think it's okay to not graduate and just work hard at that point. Like, you kind of want to at least go to high school, dogs. But, I'm not a parent, so I ain't gonna tell you how to live your life. Y'all, and I can't even hate because y'all actually, y'all making good money. So clearly somebody out there likes you.
Someone, yes, a lot of people. I think they're the biggest rap group right now.
Yeah, you ain't lying, probably, but
yeah, wasted opportunity. That's how I feel about that song.
Yeah.
Another wasted opportunity for me is Notice Me.
Mm-hmm.
That song had the potential to be a better song.
I agree.
And I like that they even did a beat switch that I like. Sometimes you can, pass with a beat switch, and then sometimes you switch the beats and you're like, why? This time it worked. I even like the chorus, but the verses, trash. What about you?
I have a similar opinion for this song than I did for Moving Too Fast. I almost liked it. Almost passable. Tolerable. A lot better than the last one anyway. But, no one quality out of all the factors that I'm trying to like judge songs on had me want to come back. So that's kind of where I am on it, to be honest.
Okay. The next one is 2 Player featuring 2 Chainz. Now, 2 Chainz, this is probably one of his best verses.
I agree.
I was like, where is this 2 Chainz normally? Maybe I gotta listen to his last album, because people say his last album was really good. And I love the saxophone on the beat.
Hell yeah.
That was it was a mature beat for this group.
A good touch. I like it.
And, the verses were decent. If I had to put an honorable mention, this will be it. I actually like 2 Player. What do you think of 2 Player?
I like 2 Player strictly for 2 Chainz, to be honest. Like, I don't really give a damn about Migos' parts in this song, but I feel like this is one of my favorite beats on the album, specifically because it came out of like the overly done computer hip hop generated type sounds, and back a little bit with the saxophone and like a simpler beat behind it, like a little undertone for it. And I was like, that was clearly not one of you guys' ideas. And if it is, good job on it. But like, I hope someone just came on board and was like, maybe I want to switch up and do this. And if they, whichever the case may be, I'm okay with the end result for the beat. And 2 Chainz, good job. You added to the list of features that I actually give a fuck about on this album.
Yeah. All right. Next one, Made Men. To me, they wasted a good beat. This had another beat that was like instrument based, and it was actually really good. But hey, they didn't know what they were doing with this beat. This song, nah, just can't. Nah, bruh. Return.
I'm coming from a similar place with this. Again, this is my 3rd song now where I almost like Made Men, Moving Too Fast, and the last one, 2 Player. 3 songs that I literally almost liked, and I didn't even like them enough to put them on my top 3 because like they're just. I guess like I'm saying that I almost like them in relation to each other, not like a song by itself.
Yeah.
But like. Because the quality really isn't there, not enough to be on my top 3. Because I'm not gonna put anything in my top 3 for the sake of putting it there. If I don't like it that much, I ain't gonna put it up top. But like this song came damn close though, because
really did.
I was actually like seeing a little pattern here of being of my almost like kind of things, and I'm like, wow, if you guys like revisit this for like a remix in the future, maybe you might have some potential. But right now, not really.
All right, second to last song, Top Down on the North.
North.
So I Googled what North is, and according to Urban Dictionary, it's something the Migos refer to as the North. Therefore, I don't understand the title. Like, why are you on the North? Maybe that's a slang from wherever the fuck they're from, because I don't even know where they're from.
I feel like there's one city out there that knows what they're talking about, and everyone on the outside is like, huh?
Yeah, they just go with it. Oh, yeah. The one thing, I didn't like the beat. I felt the beat was, way too slow the way they were rapping. I was like, the beat was slower than their actual flow, so to me, it didn't even work. And then, the song just didn't make no damn sense. Like, it's one thing if I just didn't really understand what the fuck the song was saying, so, yeah. That's what I think of that song. What do you think?
Kind of the same way. I feel like the song was like targeted toward like a certain city or something like that, where like they'd understand what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Because I feel like once you put the slang NAWF in a song title, that's not going to be something general that everybody knows about. That's not going to be like a thing you can get like a wide audience with. But maybe it is for them, and that's fine. Like doing a shout out for your city or your block or whatever the hell it is, go ahead and do that. But it's not really meant for everybody on the outside for real. So
yeah.
And this is just an assumption. I could be wrong, but that's what I just think about it anyway.
The last one, the closer, Culture National Anthem outro. Basically, you play a drinking game called. How many times do they say culture in this song?
Oh my god!
And you will die.
You would die, wake up in the afterlife, and still be drunk. That's how dead you'll be.
Yeah, they say it a lot. The song is bad. Like I have nothing positive to say. I got the play that they were trying to play it off of the real national anthem. But if this was their version of the anthem, they were just as bad as Fergie. Like, I just can't. It was really bad. Just no.
I almost liked it only because I thought it was going to be something like the intro. Like, oh, the intro was good. They're going to do great on the outro. Then, like, the literal first, like, couple minutes, like a minute or so for the album. For the sort of song on the album. Culture. Like, I was like, God, I came in here with faith. Usually people like do good on the first and last part of the album, and you've seen that throughout this podcast throughout all my opinions. And then right here, they just like decide to drop the ball.
It's crazy. I think the theme of the first and last song works, and I understand why this was the last song, but I don't like the delivery at all. I even get what they're saying. I'm hearing the lyrics. I'm like, yeah, I understand why you made this your last song, but I do not like how you delivered it. I don't like the beat. I don't like the repetitiveness. I don't like the verses. I don't like anything about the song. This is a horrible way to close out this album.
This is probably one of the worst closers that I've seen in this podcast so far.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess my final thoughts on what I think of Migos. I didn't like Culture 1 because I've actually listened to Culture 1. I don't like Culture 2.
Didn't save your opinion?
And overall, I maintain my D because at least I like some of the songs. I have some good things to say about some of the songs. But I would not buy this. I would maybe stream the songs I like from it, but I thought the album was too long for what they were giving us. Like, I would have cut maybe like 6 songs. And even then, I thought the album would be still like low-key mediocre, to be honest. I don't think this is a good album. But also I heard they have a lot of things, so maybe they threw this album out just because they have like a lot of solo projects and collaboration stuff coming up. So maybe this was a thrown together album and they just said, hey, people want to buy it. I don't know.
Right.
I don't fucking know, but this is not a good album for me. You might disagree, and I think we already know what Michael's opinion is.
Yeah.
Trash.
Basically, take out the trash.
Yeah, so we're not even going to go there. But guys, let us know what you guys think of Migos Culture 2. Do you think it's a good follow-up to the first album, if you like it? And if you didn't, same thing. Do you think it's a good follow-up? And you can tweet us at EchoU Podcast. You can also find us on any social media sites and apps at Echo Underground Podcast. And we'll see you guys the next episode. Bye.
See ya.